Nolan Carroll has the Nolan Carroll Foundation, which he established to support educational opportunities and promote and encourage healthy eating and physical activities for disadvantaged youth. And he joins us now on the Sports Bash 97.3 ESPN. Welcome, Nolan. Sounds like a busy day for you, and as Super Bowl week is for everybody.
Oh, yeah, man. It's been hectic. This is my first time doing it. So it just seems like I've just been going from interview to interview, man. I've lost count, and I've been here for 2 days now, and I don't even – my head's just been in circles.
Well, I'll tell you this. We're in Atlantic City, so we're in your home market. We carry the Eagles games. This is an Eagles market here. It's just like your Jerry Maguire moment where your agent has you running through and saying hello to everybody. We know, obviously, you're on the market out there. So is this you kind of walking through and getting yourself out there?
Just a little bit, but it's more to experience, the Super Bowl and the events, and also talk about my foundation. Not necessarily, my situation, because my agent's handling all that, but we're really just focusing on my foundation and, just really talking about the Super Bowl and just enjoying the atmosphere.
Well, while we're, in your home market here, tell us a little bit more about your foundation and how, so people could be aware. So many times we see Nolan Carroll, the player, we don't know some of the things that you do to help our community off the field.
Yeah, definitely. My foundation focuses on education and fitness and really trying to get the parents involved with fitness. For me growing up, my mom, if I was playing, Super Nintendo or PlayStation for longer than 2 hours, she would cut it off right on the spot and tell me to go outside and just do something. Go outside and get some sun or, burn off some energy. Don't just sit around the house and not really be productive. And for me, that's what I want to encourage to, the boys and girls, our youth to get out and be active, not only as for now, but, when you get older, you get into routine, you get into a habit to want to be able to be fit and be healthy and better yourself, and nowadays it's PlayStation, Xbox, and iPads are just stuck in the house, not really doing any of that. So I want to just encourage them and educate them on eating right and being fit. And then also, education. I was fortunate enough to graduate from the University of Maryland and get my education. And I know if I wasn't playing football, at least I have something else to fall back on, and that is my degree. And, a lot of kids nowadays, and I've seen it throughout my career in the league, get so tied up in the glitz and glamour of being an NFL or NBA athlete or MLB, whatever it might be, professional athlete, that they just only focus in on that. And what they don't realize is it's a small percentage of people that actually make it to the top. And, what if they don't make it to the top? What can they fall back on? And I've seen it time after time. They put so much energy into one thing that when it doesn't go their way, now they're just lost. They don't have an identity. They don't have a backup plan. So I'm just trying to also emphasize education and emphasize the need to have that just in case, your plan A doesn't go the way it's supposed to go.
NolanCarroll.com. Check that out for his mission statement and how you can get involved and to see a lot of the things that Nolan has done off the field. It's so refreshing sometimes to see, that you guys, do more than just go to practice, play games, that you are a part of the community. And this doesn't just happen here. Your time with the Dolphins, you had done a lot as well. So we do appreciate having good members of not only the team, but in the community, Nolan. And obviously, as we mentioned, you're a free agent. You kind of did imply at the end of the season that you wanted to come back to Philly, but that is not always, something that's in your hand. You've been here 3 seasons, and there had been some reports that you even started contract talks. But is your goal and your mindset to come back and play with the Eagles?
Yeah, it is. I think my time here has definitely been eye-opening. Coming from Miami, where it was really about the beaches and the clubs, and not everybody really focusing on football. I'm not talking about players. I'm just talking about the atmosphere of fans. Football really was, second to all the other stuff that Miami provided. That it's a vacation city. And when I came up to Philly, it was quite the opposite. Everybody was a diehard Eagles fan. I could just see fans, just bleeding green. They die for this team. And when I saw that, it was really eye opening for me. And just really always just constantly just focusing on football and, taking better care of my body and, getting into a better routine as a player to want to excel and do better. I think this place has really helped me develop into a better player than I was, 3 years ago when I first came here. So, I definitely want to be back. And I've built some great relationships with a lot of my teammates on this team. I think that, guys are really close in that locker room. We all live next to each other. It seems like on my block, there's like 8 of us that all live together. It seems like a little college community almost, so we've all really come really close together. Guys hang out with each other, on a daily basis. Even during the off season, guys are, in group chats talking with each other just to try and keep in contact and keep a close relationship with each other, because this really is a good team. It's a team that everybody cares about each other. So, I definitely would, but, it's up to my agent and whatever, the team decides.
No doubt about it. That's the business of the game, but it does sound like, you do like it here. And, of course, as you mentioned, a lot of the guys here, you played against the Falcons, so give us a little insight. You're one of the teams that beat Atlanta this year, and I think if New England, is watching, they want to watch your game. I mean, you guys, especially offensively, you really ran the ball well that day, kept them off the field. But what did you take from that game against the Falcons when you see them in the Super Bowl on Sunday? What did you take about what, you did beat them, and you beat them pretty handily. Your defense played well, but what do you know about the Falcons?
Yeah, the Falcons, they have so many weapons, and, they got 2 great running backs. They have a great receiving core. Their O-line's good, and, it really all starts with Matt Ryan. He's good at taking command of their offense and really finding the guys that he wants to get the ball to. For us in that game, we were able to stop the run, which really helped us out, and also getting off the field on third down is what helped us big as well. We got them into a lot of third and longer situations because we were able to stop the run. And I think that getting pressure after Matt Ryan kind of rattled him a little bit. You saw he made some errant throws throughout the game. We should have had more picks than what we had in that game, but we were able to rattle him and get him off the spot a little bit. Eliminate Julio as much as we could. We knew he was going to get numbers, but as long as he didn't score, that was going to be, that was a success for us. So just really trying to get after him in that aspect. It all starts with the run. So once you stop the run with any team, that kind of makes them one-dimensional in what they can do, and then they become kind of predictable because there's only so much they can throw at you when they're one-dimensional. So I think it'll be a good game. Both teams have, they have pretty good defenses and they have great offenses. It's just about which defense can slow down which offense. I think it'll be pretty entertaining on Sunday.
Yeah, and on the other side, one of your former teammates, Eric Rowe, now you said you were kind of surprised that he got traded there, and he has kind of all of a sudden had a bigger role with that team. And then you look at your secondary, Howie Roseman had come out and said, hey, the last couple of years we have kind of patched the secondary together. We've always kind of just tried to go get free agent route. Do you guys look at that secondary and say, look, we've got to be better? Is that something that you guys acknowledge?
Yeah, it is, of course. It's one of those things, we have to get better. And for the success of not only the team, but for our defense to be where we want it to be in the image that Coach Schwartz has, we have to be better. And sometimes the ball just didn't bounce our way. There was sometimes where they made great throws, and we were there in a position to try and make a play. It's just how it goes sometimes. And, we just got to be better. We know we will. And, having another year in the system will just make us better. Well,
that's something I'm glad you brought up, because I wanted to ask you about. You played under Chip and Billy Davis, and then you switched from systems, and how different that was for twofold. One, switching systems, playing in Jim Schwartz's system. Which one fit your needs better? And two, I guess not being on the field so much was a breath of fresh air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely was. Definitely benefits us not being on the field for 90 plays every single week, so that really helped us out. But scheme is just a little bit different from the philosophy from what we were doing from one scheme to the other. And there's really also a technique thing. I know all of us are trying to figure out technique stuff, week in and week out from what Jim was trying to get us to do. And I know I kept trying to tweak it, every single week just to really get the feel for it. Also just trying to get it right. And I kind of at some points in times throughout each week, it was kind of frustrating because I just wanted to make sure it was perfect. And same with Jalen, same with Leotis. We're trying to just tweak it to make it good. But like I said, another year in the system will benefit guys.
Yeah, and going back to, because you will watch your buddy Eric Rowe, you said you were kind of shocked when they traded him. Do you think that he would have fit into this system? Because they indicated that he was very low on the depth chart. Was that surprising to hear?
A little bit. The fact that they came out and said that. I saw Eric as a guy that was trying to get it right. I think he could have, but those type of decisions, those things aren't in my control. It did shock me, because he was a guy they drafted just last year, so trying to give him just some time to really develop. He went from college learning one system and only playing 1 year as a corner to coming in the NFL and really trying to learn that with a new scheme, and then the next year having to learn another scheme. So it's kind of a lot on the young guy's plate for him especially, and it is what it is. It's how the business goes. I've seen stuff like this before, but hopefully, I think he likes where he is now. I think he's in a good situation that helps him out, and he's playing in the Super Bowl, so you couldn't ask for anything better than that.
Super Bowl's nice. Nolan Carroll, hopefully the Eagles can get there. Don't forget, check out nolancarroll.com to learn more about the Nolan Carroll Foundation. And I guess, in this one, you played the Falcons, you beat them. You didn't see the Patriots this year. You saw them the year before, beat them too in 2015. So which way you leaning here? You going the old-timers, Belichick and Brady, or you going the new kids on the block?
I'm going the new kids on the block. I want to see them win a Super Bowl. I think that they're deserving of it. The team has been through a lot in recent years, and a lot of people kind of counted them out. The past 3 years from what they've went through, their rebuilding mode, and people not thinking they're in a win now mode. So it's good for them to get back, and hopefully they can pull it out.
All right, Nolan, we know you've been doing the whip around, and it's been a long week for you. We do appreciate you giving us a couple of minutes, and good luck with everything. And, again, nolancarroll.com for more on the Nolan Carroll Foundation. Thanks so much, Nolan. Good luck with free agency.
Thanks. Appreciate it.